Hello everyone and welcome to Perspective. This is a public affairs presentation of Florida Gateway College. My name is Mike McKee. My guest on the program is a very busy man. His name is John Kuykendall. He is the incoming chamber president. He is a financial advisor with GulfCoast Financial. He is also on the advisory board or the advisory committee for the Community Redevelopment Agency. I think we're going to talk a little bit about the Community Redevelopment Agency and some plans they have, but we may go into chamber, we may go into other things. We'll do that when we come back. Don't go away. Welcome back to Perspective on Florida Gateway College Television. My guest on the program is John Kuykendall. John, welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Now, we could talk about a lot of things. In fact, we've scheduled you for, I guess, 2 more visits on Perspective to talk about other things you're involved in. But the program today is going to be on the Community Redevelopment Agency. First of all, how did you get involved with this?
Well, when we bought the building in 2006, we're presently located in, we decided that we wanted to become more involved in downtown. So we finally got involved with the city and we got invited to be on the advisory committee for the CRA.
And for those of you who are new to Lake City or haven't been here very long, you're in the old Stewart Jewelers building, correct?
Well, it's actually the old State Exchange Bank building, which became the title office where I closed my loan when I came to Lake City.
Okay, so.
And we bought that, remodeled it, put a lot of money into it, making it like it was. And we just want to make sure that downtown grows.
Now this is the building, again, for those who don't know, this has got the mural on the side of it?
Yeah, we have the mural on the side of the building. Mr. Mott donated the money to the city for the mural, and the mural was put in 2008, I think it was. Beautiful mural. If you haven't seen it, you need to come down and look at it. We actually have people coming from High Springs who will stop for, they're traveling, they stop for lunch, they hear about the mural, they come up and look at it.
Wow, it's beautiful. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out on the side of the building. Redevelopment is something that everybody talks about. Downtown used to be the hub before the mall was built. I think malls have kind of almost killed downtowns, and your organization wants to kind of reverse that trend and make it a location to actually come and shop and visit.
Yeah, what we want to do is be able to make downtown not like it used to be. It will never be the center of everything, but the strip malls and also the mall has taken a lot of the traffic and the visibility away. But I can tell you this, if you're downtown on Sunday morning at 8 o'clock, you'll be surprised at the number of cars and the traffic downtown. People riding down, going wherever they're going. We have the park down there with the fountain, which is really nice. So we're trying to do some things to make downtown more attractive.
Well, John, I've been down there at one of the restaurants, or I've been at City Hall, or I've been at the courthouse during the day, and the traffic on 441 is unbelievable.
Yeah,
we're like, where does this traffic coming from? It's like there's people downtown.
Yeah, people are downtown everywhere. I don't know where all the traffic comes from, but because of the courthouse, because of the city hall being downtown, we're finding that to be very attractive for us. We love being downtown. We're able to, even though we don't do walk-in traffic, we're able to meet people, eat downtown, see our friends. It's just a great place to be. One of the things that we're really excited about is that if you've gone by the circle around the lake downtown, you'll see some construction started where the gazebo was. And Wendell Johnson, our city manager, came back from a visit and brought back a concept of a pavilion that will be on the lake, that will be big enough that we'll be able to use it for weddings, for small events. People will be able to rent it. And then we're hoping to make that an attraction that will bring more people downtown, bring more people to the park. Also, we've had trunk or treat around the lake, but the city is putting in fire pits on the lake near the pavilion, so you'll actually be able to see that also.
Now, fire pits as in something you can stand around in colder weather?
Something that you just see fire coming out of the lake, and so it's supposed to be more attractive. We think it's a great incentive to kind of add something to the wedding or to the party that you're having.
I know it's become quite the Circle Drive around DeSoto Lake has been a place where people exercise. And I know that is becoming more of something that everybody's talking about because of the obesity rate in our area. We're ranked 57th or 58th out of 67 counties in the state of Florida as far as our health is concerned. So what better way to, increase the traffic and even the foot traffic around the lake?
Yeah, that's a great way. We're real excited about that. We're very unhappy that Lake City is one of the next to the last fittest counties in the state of Florida. But as chamber president next year, Altrusa this year started a Get Fit Lake City. They'll have a weight loser contest from October to February. And as incoming chamber president, which we'll talk about later, we're going to bring that initiative to the chamber and make that one of our focuses for next year, is to do everything we can to get the Get Fit award for our city.
I know another organization that was looking to move elsewhere because of the building that it was in is the United Way of Swanee Valley, something near and dear to both of our hearts because we're both past presidents of the United Way. There's incentives now. Potash has come through with a $50,000 donation. I think maybe you were on the board back when they decided to do a building fund way back when, before 9/11. So there's money in a fund, so we're well on our way to helping that happen.
The United Way's been we're lucky to have the building we're in, but it's old and it needs repair. And so we're real excited to see that even with the CRA, we talked about that the other day at our meeting about the United Way and what they're trying to do and how we can help them reach their goals, because that just makes it much better for downtown if they can get a better building.
Well, and a lot of people get services from the United Way, and if somehow you could keep it downtown, it would be more of a central location for the United Way. Talk about entertainment. Now, at one point there was talk about having entertainment downtown on a regular basis that would bring people in on a Friday night or a Saturday night, that would be something for people to do on a weekend night. That really hasn't been brought up that much. We gave the last Friday of the month, the chamber took that over and has been working on it. We're going to try to revise that next year and get it going. We've had some movies down there, we've had some other things. But once this pavilion's built and we get to look at it, we'll be able to actually use the land there in Wilson's Park for chairs and for other things, so that people will be able to come down to the lake, perhaps having some entertainment there. Live entertainment would be what we need to do. What about, I know that I guess on Saturdays there's a farmer's market that's downtown. What does this mean to the farmer's market? An opportunity to expand to
Not really.
more?
They won't have to expand any more than they are. There's plenty of room in Wilson's Park for them to expand. The problem's been getting people downtown to buy the stuff and to buy their wares and the food. And we're hoping with this Get Fit Lake City thing that we're starting, that people will be looking more for fresh food, more for fresh vegetables and the things that are at the farmer's market.
What else is going on downtown? I know that there's incentive in some of the older buildings through I guess maybe the historic society, that if you do decide to move your business downtown, there may be some funds to upgrade what you've got.
There are some funds from the historical, if you're in the historical district, from the state and from the federal government. Nothing local that we can use, but certainly based upon each individual circumstance is different. But if you're in the historical district, and a lot of the buildings are in the historical district, the slight side thing here, we're in the historical district, but because our building was stuccoed in 58, we are not in the historical district because of the improvements. So we weren't eligible for grants. We had looked into that, and that money was available, but because of the renovations to our building, we couldn't get it.
Are there activities or are there efforts now to actually recruit businesses to downtown? Are there any other incentives that the city may provide to a business that, say, that a restaurant wants to come downtown? What a great thing to have a restaurant of maybe Applebee's or some chain that could be open at night and that could bring people downtown?
Well, I can't talk about it right now,
Okay.
but there is a through the chamber, there's something that's going on right now to take a look at all of our businesses, take a look at all of the amenities that we provide in Lake City, to find out what we're missing. And we've included downtown in that survey. And then the people that we're talking to would actually go out and recruit those firms for us. So we are in the process of getting that going.
Now, I noticed in the notes that you gave me about the program, among many things that you're involved in, the airport is involved in the CRA. Is that part of what you guys look at as well?
Well, the airport being the city airport, the city looks at that. It's not part of the CRA, but we want to do things we can to improve the airport. You'd be surprised at the number of people that are actually flying in. I met a financial advisor in Boca Raton over our conference a couple of months ago, and when I told him about that he could fly into Lake City to come visit us, he said, "Oh yeah, I know where that is. It's a great airport. I'll be there. I'll see you." So it's amazing how our airport's known all over the state.
Well, and I know that a lot of people that go to Potash or to Fish or to Benville Plantation up in White Springs will use our airport.
Yeah.
I think one of our visitors recently was Cheryl Crow. Actually came, and she was going to do some bow hunting. Believe it or not,
Wow.
we have a country singer, someone who's been on the pop charts that bow hunts, and evidently her boyfriend knew of some places here in North Florida and South Georgia, and so the airport was used to bring her in.
I am always amazed at what goes on in Lake City that we don't know. I mean, I found out yesterday that in Tallahassee, that there's a company here that makes a special kind of roof shingle and then sells it all over the world. And I didn't have any idea about that. But it's amazing how much we do in this little town that we don't know about.
Well, I think a lot of people enjoy being able to come here and not being recognized, or people don't bother you if you're at the airport.
Yeah.
You know, you do whatever, and you go on with your life, and nobody ever knows you're there.
I was at the Moe's one, or the Zaxby's one Sunday afternoon after church, and the head football coach for Georgia showed up and walked in and got his meal, sat down and ate. Finally, one little boy went over and asked for his autograph. But it's amazing that you're right. People really let you live your life and don't bother you.
Right. John Kuykendall is my guest on Perspective. If you'd like to talk to John about financial questions that you may have, if you've got some questions about the Community Redevelopment Agency, or even becoming involved in the Chamber of Commerce, you can contact him at GulfCoast Financial at 755-9018, or you can go online, gulfcoastfinancial.net, and you can send him an email. You can tell him whatever you would like to tell him. You could talk to him about any one of the subjects. We'll have him back when he becomes the Chamber President in January to talk about what's going on in the Chamber. And please watch this channel and see maybe we do another Columbia Business Trends program with what's going on at your Chamber of Commerce. John, thank you for being on the program.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Perspective here on Florida Gateway College Television. Until next time, I'm Mike McKee. So long.